We're here with Crossrope Trainer Jennika. How's it going today?
Good.
Okay, so first question, how did you discover or hear about Crossrope?
I actually was lucky enough to be someone that got to see Crossrope when I was introduced to it, not just as an idea of weighted jump ropes. I had started working out at this 30-minute kickboxing fitness studio, and the owner there, a triathlete, Ironman, into all sorts of fitness things, and he noticed that I was one of few members that really enjoyed the jump rope round there. So it was 3 minutes of jump rope, and most people went, "Oh, the jump rope round," and I was like, "Yay, jump rope!" So he got a set of cross ropes, and he was like, "Hey, check these out," and so I got to see them, and then he got like the full set. So it was very cool.
And do you remember what your first reaction to using them was?
Well, I went straight for the 2-pound rope. Back then it was bright yellow, called was it the Fury? I believe it was the Fury. And yeah, I went straight for the big 2-pounder and gave it a few swings, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to have these. So that was my immediate reaction. I gotta get them.
That's funny. Dave actually said you're a heavy rope expert. What were you doing before you joined Crossrope?
I was a molecular biology technologist before I started working for Crossrope.
That's crazy. And what would you say was one of the most life-changing experiences or moments that you had?
Like in my whole life, gosh. I think, well, of course, motherhood, having a child and being responsible for another life, but I think it will probably that aspect of being pregnant and growing another life inside of you, and that connection is definitely life-changing for sure.
Do they ever like to jump with you?
No. Both of them do jump, but they don't like to jump in front of me. I don't know if they don't want to be shown up by mom, or if they think that I'm going to critique them and nitpick.
That's funny. And what do you love about the Crossrope Facebook community?
It's like a family. That's how I met Chad. I knew Chad for several years before we both started working for Crossrope, and I have some friends that I've had family or friends say, you're jump rope friends. And I'm like, no, I have friends they are lifelong friends now. I mean, it's only been 6-7 years, but I feel like I've known them my whole life, and they know more about me than people that I see every day. And some of them I have had the pleasure of meeting in person, and others I haven't, but I know many places all over the world that I could have a couch to crash on if I ended up there. But it is also such an inspiring, positive group. Our moderators do a great job, but everybody is there because they love jumping rope or they want to learn about jumping rope, and people are super helpful and super positive, and getting to see people make progress in their jump rope and fitness journey is just a continuous source of inspiration for myself as well as everyone else in the community.
That is so amazing. And do you mind if we take a walk around this venue? It is beautiful here today.
Love to. Which direction shall we go?
Whichever one you want.
We'll go this way. I see sunshine over here.
What would you say is the most exciting part of your day?
When I get to work out.
And what are the top 3 must-have apps on your phone?
Aside from the Crossrope app?
Aside from the that one's a given.
Yeah, that one's a given. Definitely something music. So I'm old. I like Pandora. I know everybody else has Spotify, but I have Pandora. I've been into the Headway app, finding ways to get little snippets of all sorts of amazing books on all sorts of different topics without having to take the time to read the entire book. I do love to read, but I don't do a ton of it as much as I should anymore. And then, I don't know, that's a tough call. Netflix, maybe Hulu. It's a toss-up.
Nice. And what would you say is your favorite post-workout meal or snack?
Ooh, probably a protein shake. Nothing super fancy, but post-workout, like to get that hit of protein. But I was good with a little spinach and ginger, vanilla protein powder, coconut almond milk.
Do you have a favorite guilty pleasure snack?
hate to admit it, but zero nutritive value. Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay, nice. What would you say is one of the best pieces of feedback you've ever gotten from a customer or community member?
I think, gosh, best piece of feedback. I think somebody described one of my workouts as like they hated it but loved it at the end. So that's kind of been like a mantra that I've taken on, because I like to design really challenging workouts. I want to have people pushing their limits. So I tell people, feel free to curse me while you do the workout, but hopefully we'll be friends at the end when you've finished it and you feel like you've accomplished a great feat and you've gotten an awesome workout. So I think that little line was great feedback I got from
I feel like anyone who's done one of your workouts on the Crossrope app can probably relate. I definitely can. What would you say is one of the most unique or creative uses of Crossrope that you've come across?
I think that the Crossrope ropeless has been really inspiring for the different groups that can use it. Like, it's great for small spaces and people on the go, but the adaptive athletes that we have seen using our ropeless products, such an inspiration for them to be able to find a way to incorporate more movement and get those weighted ropeless attachments in there. We have a community member who is on oxygen, and ropeless allows her to jump while she is attached to her oxygen tank, which of course you can't do with a regular jump rope. So ropeless has opened up the jump rope experience to a lot broader of a community. So that's been really awesome to see.
Wow, that's really amazing. Where would you say is the craziest place you've ever jumped?
I am a skip venturer. I coin all sorts of silly words, skip nanigans and skip ventures. I kind of view the world and like, ooh, I could jump rope there. So any flat-ish surface becomes a jump rope spot. One of my all-time favorites was a big flat rock in the middle of a river. So I waded out there. I mean, it never got above, too deep. So I waded out with my rope wrapped around my neck and jumped on the rock in the middle of the river. Second to that would be on top of a stack of hay bales at my cousin's farm in Montana. So
that's pretty cool. I think I see Chad over there. Can we go check out what he's doing?
Chad's over there doing fancy tricks.
What would you say is one of your favorite Crossrope products?
It's hard to pick a favorite. I definitely love the weighted ropes for sure. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I love the 2-pound rope. It's not exactly the most practical rope for really, really long workouts or daily use. I mean, that's not true. You can use it daily. But there's something really empowering about swinging that big, heavy rope and getting better and more confident with it and gaining control. So I'm a big fan of the heavy ropes.
They really weren't kidding when they said you were the heavy rope expert. And what would you say is your favorite jump rope move or trick? And could you show us?
No pressure with Chad in the background there. No, I think I'm a lover of the good old-fashioned crisscross. There's a lot you can do with it. I learned it alternating hands, so I'm always alternating top hands there, but you can stay in a closed cross. And then the cross can be, instead of just an arm cross, you can do the EB swing here. Lots of different options, but I love a crisscross.
And what would you say is one of the biggest jump rope mistakes that you see people make all the time?
Probably arms. Lots of excess arm motion or arms way too far out. When you saw that, makes the rope so much shorter when you extend your arms out. So definitely very common for people to do a lot of big arm movements when it really just takes a little bit of wrist movement, keeping it closer in. Nice efficient swing that way.
And what would you say is one of your fitness goals for this year?
This year has been a little rough. Had a couple injuries, nothing major, mostly just kind of overuse injuries, but and then a couple illnesses, like years I didn't get sick. So this year was a little bit of a disappointment overall fitness-wise. So I've been trying to just kind of get back on track, get back to consistency with AMP and the leaderboard. I am shooting for 200,000 jumps in both this month, November, and in December. I was on track November, probably a little off track now with this travel here to Raleigh for this shoot, but I can do it.
Okay, well, we'll have to follow you on the leaderboard. And
You can do it!
do you have a secret talent?
Well, I just joked we were cold this morning and somebody said go get that fire pit going. I'm pretty good at starting a campfire.
Okay, so survival. Awesome. And just wrapping it up, what is one piece of advice that you would give to someone just starting their fitness journey?
It's tough to say one piece. Can I make it one long run-on sentence? No, just kidding. No, start now. Get started. Don't wait. Even if you have to start really, really small, that's the way to do it. Start small, but get started and don't give up. Be patient with yourself and keep going.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.